Yeah.
It'll play videos from those recommended channels. All right, so we're live right now.
How's my sound, Drew?
Sounds sexy.
Sounds good. One of you guys want to just double check Twitch to make sure we're coming through okay?
It says live now.
And you can hear yourself, you can hear me.
No, I don't see
You can hear you
us.
guys.
Oh, hold on. Watch now. Click a button. Is my sounds fine too?
You sound good over here. I just want to make sure it's coming through all right.
All right, hold on. It says no. Now it says
Mine's on. It says live.
this could be a very well user error. I'm not understanding Twitch, but when I click it, unless it's a delay, I'm still seeing the Colder County studio, but it says live.
Refresh. You're good.
Yeah, I'm gonna refresh there. I thought I did. Yeah. There we are. Let me make sure we all sound good. Hold on. All right, I think we're good. Logo looks good. Chat room's up. I'm married, but that's okay.
Sweet.
Yeah. Yep, I think we're good there.
Craig's boosting.
Craig's boosting.
I think we're good.
You can't bump out the chat, can you? That'd be.
Oh, you mean like in your own version of Twitch?
I would love to just like that'd be awesome if you could just
monitor the chat. Yeah. There's got to be a way to do it, I'm pretty sure.
I don't know if you can.
What are you drinking there, Coos? Is that a
coffee?
Nice.
Yeah.
Hot?
That's a red eye, brother. That is a red eye. That's a black coffee with a shot of espresso. I'm trying to get her done. I'm trying to get in the club.
Get in the club, baby. Time to get boosting.
That's right. We ready?
I think so.
Yeah, we're live. I got the notes up here.
Getting my notes.
You guys look good.
Okay. Making the best I can with what we got. All right, you have your own intro somewhere else, Coos?
I've got mine right here in front of me.
Okay, and then you have the other doc to go follow along with. So we're gonna just really quick, you're gonna do your intro. We'll do some banter. That's kind of the just chatting thing. We can just bring up a topic if we want or what's going on. Transition to what we've been playing. And then the 3 segments we got is 2024 recap for our top. We'll do top 7. That's fine. Quick bits or short one, and then the Temu stuff. And then we have the outro. So you'll read the outro as well, Cruz.
Okay.
Yep. Remember, we won't hear any sounds for music or anything. So not that we really need it, because the sound would be before we start recording, before we start the intro. And then with the segments, my vision is like, you can, since it's the first time, you can kind of talk about the segments, how we're going to be, random every week or different ones. And then like the blue is, you're going to read the blue as well. It doesn't have to be word for word, but pretty much you're just describing what that segment is for the week. Yeah, I think I'm ready. Let me turn this down so you guys can't hear it. Yeah, I think I'm good. Craig's recording.
I think we're good.
Get the chat up. I can try to monitor that as we go. It says, okay. Sweet.
All right.
I can count. I'm going to count you in.
Count me in.
I'm going to
count me in. That's fun.
All right, that is fun. All right, you ready? Here we go. First episode ever. Here we go. 3, 2, 1.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you are now in tune to the sounds of the greatest podcast that has ever graced the airwaves. Welcome to the club. It's the 8-Bit Clubhouse podcast. Introducing your hosts, Actually, let me go ahead and say that this is episode 1, episode uno, on January 27th, 2025. Introducing your host. First up, the video game guru, your favorite dude's favorite dude, Hambone Johnny, aka John Bassie, aka the Platinum Puss. Next, it's your boy, the man with the voice, the ladies' top choice. It is I, Bob Cousy, aka Kevin LA. And last but most, first to the T box and first in your hearts. It's the man, the myth, the legend, Drew, aka Drew Baca, aka Sipping on Gin and Drews. Gentlemen, how are we?
Woo!
Amazing.
What an intro.
What a start.
Intro. We don't deserve it. We don't deserve this.
That's it.
Um,
It might be all downhill from here. Who's to say? Yep.
I agree. This is super excited, super to be here.
Yeah.
I mean, this has been in the making for quite some time, right? I mean, we're finally done this. We've done test runs, we've done chats, we've done other video chats and phone calls and text messages, and it all comes down to this moment, right?
That's it.
It's
Here we
great.
are.
It's great. It's so good to see you guys. I'm so excited.
Yeah, I'm excited for the video. That's kind of new for me, right? I'm on one
Yeah.
other podcast, so that's going to be another fun segment. And we're going to be building the video into some of our later segments, as we may call it, right? So if you're not one that typically likes to follow along on Twitch, we highly recommend it because it makes it's a interaction experience.
I mean,
what
you
we like to
love
call it.
ice cream, but like ice cream with sprinkles is just that much better, right? Come for the sprinkles.
Well
Come for
said.
the ice cream, stay for the sprinkles.
There you go. That's it.
There we
That's
go.
But yeah, it's a little get to know us, right? So I gotta talk about the hottest, at least in my world, new television adventure that I've been going through called the
Mhm.
TGL. If you
The
don't
TGL.
know what TGL is, it's the Tomorrow Golf League. And
Mm,
guys, it is legit my favorite sporting event of all time. It's incredible.
really?
Wow.
I'm
Really?
I haven't missed one match, period. Um, so if you don't know what it is, it's Tiger Woods and Rory McIlroy developed this, and it's been in the making for like 5 or 6 years. It's if you're golf simulating golf, right? So if you ever seen like the indoor golf simulators with the big screen, it's just incredible. They hit off real grass and they replace this grass, but it's into a large screen. There's 6 teams, right? Right now tonight we're watching the Boston versus the Jupiter, which is Rory's team versus Tiger teams. Big rivalry. But what I love about it is it's just a different atmosphere. The entire event takes place in 2 hours. It's 15 holes of golf. The first 9 are 3 versus 3, team versus team, alternate shot, which is just incredible. And then the back half of it is 1v1, the next 6 holes, which is 1v1 match play golf. And the cool part is anytime it gets within like 40 yards, you get away from the virtual golf, you turn around, and there's this massive green that rotates and it can change the undulations of the green. And now it's just there's music playing, the guys are laughing, all the players are mic'd up, so they're talking to the commentators and they trash talk. It's so different to see these professional athletes out of their shell. And can't get enough of it, guys.
It's amazing. And it's on ESPN, right? That's where you
ESPN.
watch it?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. So
It's the future of golf, right?
and someone for like Tiger who has trouble walking. I mean, he
Yeah.
can play this for the rest of his life.
And
Yeah.
it's digestible, right? It's 2 hours, once a week or once every other week or something like
Right
that?
now
Like,
it's
you
once
don't
a
have to
week,
spend a
pretty much.
whole 4 days watching a tournament to get, you know what I mean, to
Oh.
get your fix.
And if you want to tape it, you could probably watch it really in an hour and a half with a little bit of fast forwarding in between and stuff like that. But it's just and the cool part is I didn't even mention there's a shot clock. So
Yeah.
with the
saw
shot
that.
clock, it keeps it rapid fire. Like you look away for a minute or two, you miss a couple shots. But it's super easy to follow. You know, you win the hole, you get a point type concept, and it's great. It's fantastic. So that's
I
my
tuned
little
in
top
tonight.
review.
I tuned in tonight due to your suggestion. I'm loving it right now. I've got it up here on the TV. I do have a question for you. I've never heard this guy Kevin that's on Tiger's team. What's his name?
Kevin Kisner.
He's garbage. Like, how did he get on television? How is he a professional golfer, first of
Dude.
all? And then he just is like straight trash. I've watched him play tonight. I've seen you play, Drew. And you know what I gotta say? I mean, I gotta say, Drew, you gotta take his spot.
I think I could. It's funny you say that because the last match, Tiger's team lost 12-1, and they lost 12-1 solely because of Kevin Kisner. I think he had
I
like
believe it.
seven water balls. He, as you're watching it, Cruz, you can see it's like a smaller stadium style seating. He was in the
Mhm.
bunker and he stalled it. I thought someone was gonna die. I like that's it.
No.
Like, oh man, it would.
That's
It's
crazy,
just. I
man.
agree with you. Kisner is. He needs to take a bench. He needs
Yeah,
to be,
Yeah.
is
he
there
needs to be
is there a
stat.
bench, or is it just the three golfers or on the
So
team for
each
that
team
season?
does have 4 golfers, but they only 3 show up every week. It's not like you could sub somebody in or out. I don't know how they decide on rotation. Like I'm assuming Tiger's going to play every match, you know.
Yeah, for the
Sure,
ratings for
yeah.
sure. Yeah, he's
But
gonna be
it's
there.
not. I
Yeah.
mean, someone got hurt, someone can't make it. Like I'm sure they have other commitments as well. So I'm sure having a little bit of fluff in there is nice.
That's cool though.
Yeah.
Interesting way.
So TGL, I'm sure I'll be talking about a little bit more, but that's why don't
Yeah.
talk about it. 'Cause
Tomorrow's
or
golf
not-
league. I thought it was the golf league. So I kept saying the TGL. I thought I was doubling up on the these. So
Nope,
it's tomorrow's golf league.
Got it. Tomorrow's.
The golf league of tomorrow. Hambone, how are you? What are you into? What's taking up your time these days?
Oh my gosh. Carting the kid around. We had karate tonight, so that's a good time. Everybody in my house except myself was sick this weekend. So I've been,
Oh.
Stay away.
got the Clorox wipes out, wiping down every doorknob, changing the towels, changing the sheets. Yeah, my son had a karate event on Friday night with his school. It was amazing. Like parents' night out type of thing. Dropped the kids off for 3 hours. They played dodgeball and other games and whatever. And my wife and I went out for dinner. It was beautiful. Pick him up. He asked to stay up late. I'm like, yeah, no worries. Yeah, stay up late. It's Friday night. It's all good. So we're playing like
yeah.
Fall Guys or whatever together. And next thing I know, he's like, I get him into bed. And he's like, I don't really feel good. I was like, all right, well, go to bed.
Oh.
5 minutes later, hey, I threw up. I was like, oh no.
Oh.
I was like, did you make it to the bathroom? Nope. It's
No.
all over the floor. Not on the bed though. So I mean, I guess
Or
that's a
maybe the
win.
bed's better sometimes if it's like
Yeah, we just pick off all the sheets and go from there. But yes,
Yeah.
so we've been dealing with that and whatnot. He's on the mend, so we're all good. But yeah, so that was pretty much what my life has been the last few days, just taking care of some sick people and playing some
Yeah.
games and hanging out and enjoying this brutal cold weather. I'm kind of done
Yeah.
with it at this point.
Well, today hit. It was over 30, so I decided to grill some burgers. Felt
There
nice
you
out
go.
there.
There you go. Out there grilling in the cold.
You gotta do what you try to do.
That's it.
Yeah.
How about you, Coos? What you been up to?
Well, last Friday I quit my job, gentlemen, and now I'm a
Congratulations.
stay-at-home dad slash husband slash father. I'm in the mix here, so I'm getting a lot done. It feels good. It still really hasn't sunk in yet. Today is like my first day off that I was supposed to be actual back at work, but I didn't go in, you know. I stayed home and cleaned the fish tank and did some dishes, made dinner and breakfast and lunch, and I'm all over the place. It's fantastic. I feel way more productive at home getting things done than I did at work. So I've got a couple days off here, and then I'm headed to Vegas on Thursday. First time. I've never been to Vegas.
Wow, really?
Never been to
So,
Vegas.
yeah.
Wow.
Never
You going the whole
been.
family?
Where are
or-
you guys staying?
Just me and the wife at the Bellagio.
Nah, oh, that's
You know,
beautiful.
I
That's
wouldn't
beautiful.
expect anything less from the Coos.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
nice.
staying at the Bellagio, and I just watched Ocean's 11 last night or the
Oh,
night
oh,
before,
Oh, you're
up.
getting
just
in
to
the
kind
mood.
of get me in the mood, you know,
Of
get
course.
the feels going.
That's
So
awesome. Do you have a certain
Wanna-
game you like to play when you're gambling, or are you more of a sightseer type of guy?
I'm more of in my younger days, I was a big gambler. I played a
Yeah.
lot of poker. I got into sports gambling big time. I won like $3,000 one weekend, and that got me
Wow.
hooked. Got the blood pumping,
That's
right?
it. That's all it
And
takes.
in
One
2
good
weeks,
weekend.
2 weeks, I owed the bookie $7,000.
Oh,
And
no.
since then, I lost my 3 and owed another 7. So since then, that was like 20 years ago. Since then, I haven't got back into it. Every now and then I'll throw $20 on something. I know
Yep.
when we went there to Foxwoods, is that what it was called? Foxwoods?
Yeah,
Yep.
Foxwoods.
Yep.
Yeah. We put a little 20 on the roulette on black,
Yep.
and we did that once or twice. Stuff like that's cool, but I can't
Yeah.
sit down and dedicate
Yeah.
a bankroll to something. So
Nah,
That's
I
fair.
hear
yeah.
Yeah.
you. I hear you.
Bellagio's amazing. You're gonna have a great time. Last time we were there,
Yeah.
we stayed at the Aria, which is like right around the corner from there. But it's
Yep.
nice. A
Okay.
lot of the hotels are all connected. You're gonna do a lot more
Oh, yeah.
walking than you would expect, but it's
so
really
much more walking.
really easy to get around.
Yeah.
It's really not bad.
Cool.
Any
Yeah.
shows or anything on the agenda, or you'll see when you get there?
We're going to see Nate Bargatze.
Oh,
He's
awesome. I
a
love him.
comedian. He's hosted SNL now twice. We
Okay.
went and saw him. I think I've seen him once in Nashville for sure. I feel like twice, but I saw him in Nashville. He's a super funny guy. So we're going to see him, and then some Cirque du Soleil show or something that's been running for
Oh, that's been around forever. Yeah.
forever.
This
So
is the
That's a
Beatles
good
one,
one.
is it?
it's a water one.
Okay.
Apparently it's all in water. So
That's cool.
Sounds tasty.
yeah, I don't know.
Sounds
But
like a
yeah,
blast.
I'm gonna take some pictures and hopefully get some fun videos for our YouTube feed. And
I'm
You
sure
know.
you'll see some characters.
exactly, that's what it's
Yeah.
all about.
That's it. That's what it's all about.
Yeah.
Awesome.
All right. Well, I'm going to move us right on down the road and talk about what video games we've been playing. I'm going to go ahead and go first since I'm right here and I'm first on the sheet. So this podcast, we're going to talk about video games, but we're also going to talk about our life, right? And just random stuff and what we've bought. And I don't know where the conversation is going to go. These guys, we're all friends here. We're just going to chat it up and see what happens. But
That's it.
we did meet through video games, so we're going to focus a lot on video games. And so I'm going to talk about what I've been playing. And I mean, first off, obviously, I've been playing Coffee Golf. Who found this, first of all?
I think I brought it onto the feed, but I think Hambone was already playing it as
Yeah.
well. Just
I've
happened to be.
had it on my phone for maybe like a couple years now at this point.
He
Really?
didn't share it with us. He didn't feel that he could tell
Really?
us.
I didn't know
You're
how big of
holding
a
out on
I
the greatest
was.
game that's ever been made.
It really,
It's amazing.
It's incredible.
So tell us about
It's a
your
mobile
daily
game.
coffee golf routine, Kuz. I want to
So,
know how
yeah.
you approach this thing.
Well, so I saw you guys playing it. You suggested it. I picked it up. It's a mobile game, right? It's not going to knock your socks off. But to be sitting on the toilet, pull out your phone and want something to play around with for 5 or 10 minutes, or maybe 30, I mean, depending on what you're doing,
Oh yeah.
it's fantastic. And as far as golf games go on your phone, it's the best one I've played, really. Just the ease of use, right? So basically, you just start out. Well, how would you describe it, Drew?
It's weird where it's like it's all on one screen, right? Like the multiple holes on one screen. It's not like a typical golf game.
Right.
Simplicity of 3 clubs, driver, a wedge, and a putter.
Yeah.
And the idea is you need to complete, let's say, 5 holes in as few shots as possible. So
That's
as soon
it.
as you hole the ball, you get in the hole, you just it respawns essentially, and then the next shot starts, and you have to go to the next hole. So not only is it typical golf strategy, but I know me, and I'm sure you guys are the same. Before you even start, the first thing you do is you zoom out, you scroll in, you pinch it, you rotate it, and you're like, what's the best approach angle? Do I go to the red pin first? Do I go to the blue pin first? Because if I go to the blue pin, I'm not going to be able to reach the yellow pin. And it's like you build a strategy and then you try to execute it, right? Then of course there's lots of obstacles in the way. But there's something about it that just hooks you. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
It's a good
Yeah.
time. Right,
That's
the
a
daily
great description.
challenges.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Because that's
Yeah.
the daily challenges. But there's other modes too, right? So there's like
Sure.
Right. Yeah.
I don't know, like the
There's
trail
almost like a
path or
story
something.
mode.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's almost like a story
online.
mode.
Yeah.
Yep. Online mode. Although we discussed it, I don't think that people are actually online. It's almost like computer ghost players because
Just us.
they'll log. It's just us playing it.
Yeah. Exactly.
They'll link you up with somebody in less than 6 seconds every time. So
Yeah,
that's
there
obviously
can't be that
not.
many people on coffee golf.
And I played in some sketchy places with zero internet, and they're like, "We found you a match. You've got great connection." I'm like, I don't know. That's obviously a ghost, but Yeah, I've been playing it a lot, and you know what? I tried it. I got an iPad Mini for Christmas, and I
Ooh,
tried it on that to see if I could
okay.
get a little more, more
Manage.
view, more control, and all
Yeah.
that. It was actually harder because you slip your finger just a little bit, your ball's
Oh
off.
yeah.
So
Wow.
if I
That's
can
it.
get on my phone, I got that tight grip right there. I've got the edge that I need, but as soon as I get
I
on the
hear you.
iPad, it's too big. It's too big. I go all over the place. So yeah, no. Coffee golf, I'd suggest it, right?
Yeah. Hop
Absolutely.
in.
I think it's the face of
You
8-Bit
guys
Clubhouse.
would.
Join the
Yeah.
join the club.
Join the club.
So
The
giving you
coffee golf
guys
club.
an insight into kind of the video games I'm liking these days. Video games are great, right? We all like the big epic fancy looking games with the great story modes and all this, The Last of Us, Legend of Zelda, all these. But what I think video games are about is having fun. And that's what I've been drawn to more lately is fun, couch co-op games. That's what I'm having the most fun with is playing multiplayer games. Even talking with you guys, like we've discussed streaming stuff on Twitch. I know it's not coffee co-op, but coffee co-op. I got coffee golf on the brain. Not couch co-op, but online co-op, playing with you guys and getting the experience of battling it out, setting the high scores, see who wins, all this stuff. That's what's fun to me. It's drawn me back. That's what I enjoyed as a kid, and that's what I'm enjoying now. So I played this game called Stick Fight, the game. From it's a Stick Fight, the game. It's a PS4 game. It's probably been out a while. Obviously, if it's a PS4 game, they haven't ported it to PS5. It may be other places as well, but this is where I played it. But I played it with the kids, and you guys played Spider Hack, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Super
Played
fun.
at your house.
We all played it together. The premise is simple. You have one board, almost like a Smash Brothers board, and then your little characters try to kill each other. And these happen to be just stick figure people, and random
fantastic.
guns will drop from the sky, and you can pick them up and shoot the other person with it. Or your main mode is just karate. You just go up and just cha 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 cha, hack and slash. But as soon as a gun drops, you want that too. But it keeps going and going, and I realized after playing it with the kids for about 30 minutes, the game has no end. It's just a loot. Like you just keep going and going. There's no score. After about 20 screens, it pops up and says, "You've picked up 20 guns."
Oh, jeez.
Or the red player has fallen off 47 times. And that's all it'll tell you. And then it just
awesome.
keeps going. Like once the other players die, then it resets and you start again over and over and over. The kids were loving it. And I mean,
awesome.
I was too until I realized, wait, we could be here all night. And then I thought, I got to shut this down. All right. Well, I'm going to call 5 more, put a time limit on it. So, but it was super fun for a couch co-op game, talking trash, playing around. We had a blast with it. The kids have actually asked to play it again. So that's always a plus, right?
That's a great
Oh,
sign.
yeah.
Yeah. And then I tried the Donkey Kong game. I'm not a fan.
The Donkey
Guys, I'm
Kong
not a
game.
fan. The Donkey Kong, what is it? What's the new one called? Donkey Kong Returns HD.
Tomorrow's golf, Donkey Kong.
the
Donkey Kong.
TDK, the Donkey Kong Returns HD remake. It was I don't know. It's tight, right? I love platformers. It's a tight platformer. Controls are great, but there's too much to collect. I found. I'm an old cranky guy now. I'm just saying, don't give me 9 puzzle pieces and 4 letters and bananas. Just slim that down. I need a little less, and I think that would be better. So I played through about 3 stages. I think that's how much it took me when I played the original, and I got tired of it real quick. So I need something a little more direct. Even with Mario, you still have some collectibles like the 3 giant coins in a stage, but then you might have like a secret exit out of a stage, right? That's cool. But having just so much to do in so many places, that's why I struggle with some of the open world games. It's too many options, man. Just slim them down for me. Let me play a game. My time is limited. Let me have fun with this, okay? So that's my thoughts on Donkey Kong. That's what I've been playing, guys. Hambone, how about you?
I've been playing the Donkey Kong as well.
The Donkey Kong.
The Donkey Kong,
The
as
big
well as a
D.
few other things. But just to make a few comments on Donkey Kong, this is probably my favorite Donkey Kong Country game. I think I like
Ah,
it better than Freeze and better than the originals. But it's not as good as I remember it, to be perfectly honest with you. For some reason, it's just not hitting me as much as it did back on the Wii. I skipped on the DS. I didn't play it when it came back out there. But I mean, I'm enjoying it. It's sort of my couch game. I'm doing a few levels here and there. I made it to World 3. Still having a good time with the minecart level. Like that stuff's classic. I love that. The level where you're
Oh yeah.
riding a barrel and it's like a rocket. Like I think some of this stuff is super inventive. But I'm with you, Kuz. Like so far, I have not gone back to replay any single one of the levels, and I think that's really what it's all about, right? There are so many
It is.
collectibles to like get back in there and play it again and play it again, and I'm not driven to go and play it again, at least quite yet. I'll see it through to completion, but I'm not. I'm not going to try to 100% this one. It's just not fully
Yeah, you're
grabbing
gonna
me anymore.
finish it.
Yeah, I'll finish it. It might take me some time. Like normally when I play
you're
a
not
game,
doing any
go ahead.
co-op with it, are you?
Owen and I are playing it as well.
Oh, you
So
are.
me
Okay,
and my
sorry,
son,
missed
yeah.
that.
So I've got a save going with just myself, and then when he wants to play it, we'll pick up a few levels. So I'll
It's
probably
even
finish it.
worse when you have to replay the levels that you don't even like.
Yeah. Well,
That's
I
the
realize
worst.
how nice it is to have Diddy Kong and have that little like float hover jump, which
Oh yeah.
Oh
is
yeah.
it helps you out big time because I was playing as
So
Donkey and he was playing as Diddy because he wanted the little one with the hat. So I said, yeah, okay, I'll be Donkey Kong. Thank God I made that choice because if you're just Donkey, like, oh my God, like we'd be playing the same level over and over and over again. But it's all right. It's not a bad game. It's just maybe not as good as I remembered it. So
so is that
that's
what 2 player is? Then Diddy's always with you. I don't know if you
yeah.
want Diddy always with you.
No
Played.
baby lotion here. Um,
Right.
but yeah, that's how it is, right? So if you die or Diddy dies, basically the other player just keeps going until you find one of those the DK barrels, and then you can get back in.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Okay. Okay, that's cool.
yeah, yeah. No, it's cool. I mean, and the second player can like hop on Donkey Kong's back and stuff. So there's always that kind of option too. But so that's what I've got going on Switch, and you guys know me, but I've got all the consoles. I'm sort of the smorgasbord type of gamer.
The gaming guru,
The
as the
gaming
intro
guru,
said.
No, no,
yeah,
no, no, no. I
yeah.
believe it was the Platinum Puss.
What the platinum puss, with pride.
There you go.
So yeah, so that's what I've got going on Switch right now. I've recently jumped back into Game Pass, so I've got a few things working there. But the next game I want to just hit on is a game that just dropped on PlayStation's Extra PS Plus tier, and that's Citizen Sleeper. This
Hmm.
is a 2022 game, and actually the sequel comes out next week, which is sort of what got me interested in this one. But this is a game like I've never really played before. It's a narrative game that's all text. It's all reading.
It's not a handbone game.
It's not, yeah, it's not a handbone game, but I was intrigued by it. So it's a short game, like 6 or 7 hours, and the premise is that you are it's far future sci-fi kind of setup, and um, you used to work for a corporation, but you've sold your body to this corporation, and now your consciousness has been input into an artificial, like human, basically like a robot type of
Hmm.
thing. And you and a bunch of other sleepers that they call them have escaped from the corporation, and you're trying to just get away and start your life anew. So you find yourself on this like derelict space station with thousands of other people who have their own issues and whatnot, and you're going around and meeting people, and you really the goal is to survive, to start a new life, and that could be to start a life on the space station or escape the space station. And there's all these different decisions you can make that really impact how the game plays. It has a really cool soundtrack, and I think like 7 or 8 different endings. So there's a ton of replay value with this one. Certainly not a game for everybody, but it was really, really interesting. And after I kind of got over that first initial 30 minutes or so, it really hooked me. I wanted to see where the story was going, what this guy was going to be, doing into the future. So, yeah, I mean, if you're in for something different, I'd say give it a look, but you be ready to read because it's going to be a lot of it. And the hook is that you get these dice. It's like 5 or 6 different dice that you get every day,
Huh.
and you can put the dice into different actions. And depending on what the dice node is, if you've got like 1 or 2, like you might not succeed in that action. But if you have a 6, you're gonna 100% like get a good reaction from whatever that is. So, yeah, really fun game. So that's what's going on PlayStation. And then what's really been up my alley here is a couple games I've got going on Xbox. Indiana Jones in the Great Circle.
Oh man, how is
It
it?
Oh
I'm so
yeah,
jealous.
it's awesome. It's
Ah,
really really cool. Um,
really.
I'm liking it a lot. If you're an Indiana Jones movie fan, you'll love this game.
who
It's
isn't?
got the yeah. I mean, if you're into the golf league, odds are you'll like Indiana
You're gonna,
Jones.
yeah.
But yeah,
Yep.
so really cool story. It's a first person game. It's an adventure game. It's not a shooter. Like you get a gun, but if you're shooting, you're probably not playing right because as soon as you shoot, all the Nazis are gonna come and basically like just kick your ass. So you're trying to like sneak around. It's some stealth, but it's like Indiana Jones. You're in a tomb and you walk through a door, and then oh my god, the door's closing behind you. Now you got to figure out how to get out quick, and where's the exit? And there's puzzles.
Oh, that's cool.
You get this like cool female companion who's like really witty, and she brings a lot to the table. Um, and what's his name? Troy Baker. So the guy who plays Joel in The Last of Us also
Yeah.
is the voice actor here for Indiana Jones, and he does an amazing job. Um, Not a super long game. I think 15 to 20 hours,
Oh,
sort
that's
of.
it?
Yeah, for the main story. But there's a bunch of side content too that I haven't touched too much of it yet. But no,
Oh,
it's definitely worth a look. If
that's
you can get in
perfect
on.
length.
Yeah, it's really really good. You've got the whip. You can
Did you
whip
already
people in the
finish it?
face. I think I'm in the last area right now, so I've
Okay.
put in a lot of time. Yeah, when everyone was sick this weekend, I had a lot of gaming time for myself. So between this and Citizen Sleeper, I put in a bunch of time. Um, so that was Indiana Jones, and the last game I'll make mention of, and I think this is for sure a Koo's game, is Lonely Mountains Snow Riders. So
Yeah.
so the OG Lonely Mountains was a mountain bike game that came out a few years ago. I think it's on
I
every
played that one.
platform. Yeah, super fun.
Yeah.
Very similar concept, right? You're at the top of this mountain. Instead of a mountain bike, you're on skis. Different mountains, like you have a blue track that's a little bit easier after you beat all the 3 challenges on the blue track, whether it's like don't crash 10 times or finish the course in a certain amount of time in like 2 or 3 minutes. And then there's also a third challenge, which is um, finish the course in a certain amount of time, but also don't crash very much. So there's like risk reward type of thing. So that's the blue track, and then it opens up a more difficult track, black slope, 3 different mountains. So that's not a huge game. But what's really cool with this one is they added multiplayer. And I thought I was a good player, and then I jumped on for some multiplayer races and got my ass kicked.
Yeah. Oh
Um,
yeah.
but I definitely see this being a fun game to play with you guys if it ever comes to other consoles. It's a
Nice.
good time.
And is it out on all consoles? You said, well, no, you
It's
said the
just
old one was on
yeah,
everything.
it's just PC and Xbox right now, but I it's nothing special graphically. Like it can come to
Sure.
the Switch. It'll be on PlayStation eventually. I think it's just a limited release right now. So yeah, that's what I've got going on. How about you, Drew?
Nice.
Nice. Very nice. I gotta say, I just finished the TGL. It went to freaking overtime. I mean, how cool is that? Overtime was legit best of three, closest to the pin. Keep it simple.
So cool.
It's incredible.
That's awesome.
What I've been playing, I'm gonna say up front, I'm a positive person, but this might come off negative. We need some Nintendo games. As you guys know, I'm kind of a Nintendo fanboy. That's all I really play, and I've been playing all the games because there's nothing new to play, right?
Yeah.
With
Yeah.
that being said, I've been wanting to play, and I ended up playing it. One of the best video games made of all time, Ocarina of Time, and I played the entire thing on my TV with the N64 controller.
Wow.
Yeah, there's some of that late game stuff, late game dungeons, just so much fun. Uh, I used the guide for a lot of it. I'm not gonna lie, because I just wanted, sometimes these old games, you just want to explore. You kind of want to see everything. You don't want to miss stuff. So I did some of those things, especially that game. There's a lot of things that if you didn't know or don't have a guide and you don't remember, um, you'll miss out on some cool little things, right? So I had a blast. Beat that maybe a couple weeks ago. Um, and then I went to my shelf and I said, "What am I gonna play next?" And I've talked to you guys about playing Hyrule Warriors again. So I played that, and I'm like, I don't know. And then I remembered that Advanced Wars, when that bundle came out, 1 and 2, I played the first one, and I had my fits. Like I didn't need to go play 2 full games, so I decided I never played two. I'm gonna boot it up, and I've been playing Advanced Wars 2, which is another great game to play like on the couch, handheld. You can play like a battle while you're watching TV, like one a night type thing, and that's been holding me over. And then the last game I've been playing, partially because of Nintendo Dads and Nintendo, and who always talks about it. So I downloaded it today while I was at work on my phone, so it'd be ready to go when I got home. Core Keeper, and I didn't really know much
Core
about.
Keeper, you said.
That's the name of it, right?
Core Keeper.
Yep.
I don't know.
Okay.
This is the first I'm
Yes,
hearing of
yes.
this. This is not on the
Core-
sheet.
Core Keeper. You made me double guess myself. Chris.
I know. I saw your eyes go up in the air like
The
is that-
Core
is-
Keeper?
Is that what I'm
Yeah.
playing?
TCK.
Okay,
So-
gotcha. Core Keeper. What is it?
So I put like an hour into it. I watched the trailer. It tells you a little bit. It's hard to really follow what's going on, but I trusted the listeners. I trusted people out there telling me that it's a good game. I never played Minecraft, but the best way to describe it is more of like a pixelated top-down Minecraft, and it starts
Okay.
off no friggin' idea what to do. But yeah, you pretty much are in these mines, and you just start mining stuff, and then you have enough to create a table, and then you can create a pickaxe, and then you can create a sword, and then you want to go fight some slimes, and you want to go do some more mining, and then um, it's just kind of at this point, I'm just kind of exploring and learning the game as I go. There's no objectives. You just start in this area that has like this crystal, and it's like you need energy power. That's it. No idea how to activate it. No idea what to do. You have to create like little lanterns or little like, and then you can kind of put them on the ground, and then you can keep going. It's fun. The cool thing that I do want to try is it's multiplayer and has online with friends. So you could have like 4 people out there in your minds digging, and I think you can create like a base, so you can set up walls so monsters can't. I mean, again, never played Minecraft. It sounds a lot like Minecraft, but a little bit simpler from a 2D perspective. Only scratched the surface. Not typically a crafter type game for myself, but first hour I kind of found myself hooked, and I didn't even know what the hell I was doing. So I'm gonna keep going with it. I'm gonna see what happens. I'm gonna give it a few more hours, and if I'm still just stuck and wandering around, I might have to look something up, or I don't know. We'll go from there.
Are you gonna drag me and Hambone into it for the multiplayer aspect of the Core Keeper?
I'm not gonna not drag you into it. It was $20. I'll say that.
Okay.
Maybe add it to your wish list, and maybe we'll go on sale soon. Maybe like a 50% off type thing. But I can't say yet to go spend $20 on it because I haven't put enough time into it. But I'm enjoying it. People speak highly of it everywhere else. So I know like Nick has put I don't know, he said a
Oh,
lot
yeah,
of
he's,
hours.
like,
I don't know what.
Tons of hours into that game. Yeah, so it
Yeah,
seems like
so
a cool time sink.
yeah. So
Yeah. I think it's
Now,
on
to
Game
be
Pass.
fair,
I
you
might
are-
hop into it.
You're a dungeon crawler guy, though.
I am.
And this
I
is
do
a
love it.
dungeon crawler.
Listen, it's no dwerve, but
Okay.
it's the closest I've found so far.
Are there dwarfs?
Okay.
I don't know what I am. I just picked in the beginning.
You could be. Have you met anybody
There
who
was,
else
like,
is a different
warrior.
size?
There was all these different people. Like you could pick, like the typical games, an archer, a warrior. Of course, I went with mage. Little throwback to Ages of Mages. But then there was like the last option was like nomad, and it's just like you're just a normal person with no buffs. I'm like, who would pick the nomad?
Somebody wanting a challenge.
A
That's
challenge,
it.
yeah.
Yeah. A real gamer.
Yeah, but like when I started, like I had to almost like create a server. It's like, what do you want to name your mines? Of course, I went Mines of Moria.
Of course.
Of course, of
course.
course.
And then it's like, yeah, you could kind of, it's like you're creating your own area. So I'm just scraping the surface, but core keeper could be the next big thing.
Okay.
I'll
We'll
keep you
stay
updated.
tuned for that.
Yeah,
Yeah, for
stay
sure.
tuned for
That
that. And
sounds
that's it.
amazing.
That's all I've really been
If
playing.
it gets good, I'll jump in there multiplayer with you.
That'd be awesome. That'd be a fun time. I mean, I don't really know how it works. Like, we just mine our separate ways, and then yeah, goes. I found some treasure. Come over here. I don't know.
Yeah.
I
I
found a
wonder
ball.
if you could play like if you could advance it on your own and then I jump in on the
That'd be
next day and
cool.
you kind of see what you had done. Yeah, I don't know.
I come back
That
and you
might be a
built
little
like this castle
advanced
of
for
a
the
fort.
core keeper. I might
It
be
might
giving
be.
that game a little more credit than it deserves there.
I mean, if you look at it, it's not anything over the top.
Right. Yeah.
So that's it. That's all I've really been playing, to be honest.
Sweet. Well,
Yep.
we'll move on. And we're this is a new podcast. This is 2025, early 2025. We didn't get to talk to you all at the end of 2024. So here we are. We're going to recap kind of what we played last year. And just our favorite games of last year. We're not going to do the top 10 like everybody else. We're going to
No,
do top
sir.
7 because we're unique and we're special like that.
777
So
in honor of Kuz's trip to Vegas.
That's right.
yeah,
Hit the
right,
jackpot,
yeah.
baby.
That's absolutely. So this is a one-of-a-kind segment where we plan on ranking our favorite games played in 2024. The game didn't have to release in 2024, but we had to have played them for the first time in 2024. So that's the rules behind our lists here. I don't know that I've numbered mine. I just have them, I jumbled up in a pile. So maybe I can just kind of eyeball it and see what I can do. But Hambone, you want to go first?
Yeah, sure. I'll go first. And we've got a lot of games to get through here, and don't want to take too long. So I'll sort of rapid fire, maybe 7 through 4, and then slow down a little bit towards the top. So I'd say number 7 for me was Legend of Zelda: Echoes of Wisdom. Great game, but just didn't quite reach the high heights that I was hoping for. Number 6, this is a big Drew game here. Mini Shoot Adventures. So
Don't know
amazing game. PC only right now. Imagine top-down Zelda, but it's a twin stick shooter.
Oh, that sounds like a Drew game.
Yeah, it's great. Definitely take a look at that. Number 5 for me is Astrobot. And hold on. Is that whatever that was? The next one for me is Astrobot. That must be number 5, right? Number 4 is Balatro. Balatro was a big fan of that one last year. So do you want me?
These are
you
your
want
top favorites. So the two like main contenders for game of the year are 4th and 5th on the gaming gurus list.
Yeah.
The Platinum Puss has way better games to play than Astrobot and Balatro.
I just have more time. I guess that's all it is. Do you want me to keep going, or do you guys kind of want to go do your 7 through 4s? Or
no, go for it. You keep knock yours out there.
All right, cool. Yeah, I'll just get out of the way. So number 3 for me, I can dig my teeth into a nice JRPG from time to time, and actually had two huge JRPGs I played last year. This last one I sort of got to towards the end of the year, and it's Metaphor ReFantazio. Sega Atlas game. Probably 60 to 70 hours minimum type of game. So big, sprawling, epic, turn-based combat. But what really kind of put it towards the top of my list here is the story and the characters that you run across. It's sort of this very like fantasy, magical type of story. But the characters are super grounded. They have real human type problems. They're dealing with loss of family members, and death, and sort of persecution in their own life. There's a lot of themes around real world issues in this game that I think it's been lauded for, and it really hits home with some of the storytelling, in my opinion. But man, the style on this game is just top notch. Even the menu systems, you can sit there and look at the menus, and it's just coming across the screen. It's like, holy cow! Like so artsy and so cool. But yeah, Metaphor ReFantazio. Shout out to Basilio, my favorite companion. He's a furry, but that's okay. You know, I embrace them
okay.
anyway.
We don't judge here. There's no
That's
judge. This
okay.
is no judgment zone.
I'll
it.
totally judge, but he sounds cool to me.
Yeah, he's pretty cool. He's got a cool like
Yeah.
British accent, so who doesn't love that?
That's crazy because he sounds Italian.
He does sound Italian, but he's also a furry, so maybe like all bets are off with
That's true.
accent.
That's true.
Who knows?
Yeah.
My number 2 game was a DLC last year, and you guys know how I like Elden Ring, and I loved Elden Ring Shadow of the Erdtree. Amazing game, hard as balls. Basically, you pick up from where your character was in the base game. You had to do a few different things to even unlock the DLC area. But man, it's a smaller biome that you're operating in within Shadow of the Erdtree, but it's so varied. Like you're in swamps that look a certain way, and then you're exploring a castle and it's got a different vibe, and then you're in an open field, and then you're in a graveyard, and they're all these like, it's so just different vibe, different aesthetic, no matter where you're exploring. And all the bosses had like a great design to them. Super tough. The last boss was like way too difficult. I probably spent 3 or 4 days just trying to beat him. But man, what a topper on Elden Ring that was. And I'll give it its flowers, man. I mean, this wasn't a short DLC. This was almost 40 hours I spent in this DLC. So definitely beefy.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So I mean,
Are
if
they
you love Elden
done?
Ring,
Is there going to be more? Is this it?
so I think the base Elden Ring game is done, but we've got Night Rain that's coming out this year, and
That's right. Yeah.
you know, if I can somehow finagle you guys into that. If I play Core Keeper, I wonder if Drew would somehow get Elden Ring, and then we can three.
I mean, listen, I did play Astrobot this weekend. That was fun.
That's true. So
no way, man. It's too. I already know it's too hard for me. I'm not a good video game player, so I don't think I could even advance.
Fair enough. It's a good time.
It looks awesome. I love the vibe of it.
Oh, dude, yeah, it's so cool. So many different varied ways to play, different weapons. Awesome. I saw a video the other day. It was some clip on YouTube where they dressed up different characters as different X-Men, and they were doing like special moves as like, you know, Cyclops and Wolverine and stuff with the claw. It was awesome.
That's cool.
Yeah. So number 1 for me this year, I know it's not going to show up on any of your guys' lists, but for me, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth was number 1.
Yeah.
I'm not even a huge Final Fantasy VII guy from back in the day, man, but just the remake and now Rebirth really just, they're amazing games. Awesome story, again, characters that'll like make you feel something, you know, when you're playing a game. You know, I think having fun is definitely a core thing, but if a story, whether it's a book or a movie or a video game, it can really kind of, I don't know, touch you in your soul. And I think that's what Final Fantasy did for me. Really, really cool story. Obviously, we're got another third of the game left to go, but the combat was awesome. All the characters, the twists on the different story, that how they're changing it from the original. I was a big fan of it all. Yeah, and I can't say enough good things about this game. I love it. Number 1 for me in last year.
Not too long.
If you mainline it, I think it's only like 40 hours or so. So it's like a traditional AAA type of game. Yeah, but if you do everything, which of course I had to, I think I put 160 hours into it or something like that. It was a lot.
160 hours.
Yeah.
Hambone Johnny, you could learn a different language in that time.
Probably
I
2.
did. I learned how to battle in hard mode.
That's really cool.
Right. Yeah, it was a good time.
What's the is that turn based? What's the fighting style?
So it's it's hack and slash kind of, but you can slow it down and do like special moves. If you hold like the L button, you can unleash like a fireball or like a different special attack or a buff move or anything like that. So you basically run around and you just attack. There's a couple different variations on how you can actually like do active attacking, but then you can slow it down to do your special moves.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Good stuff. All right,
Someday.
who's next?
Switch 2 days. I'll play these types of games, Hambone.
Mm.
Maybe.
Drew, you want to go or you want me to?
I'll go. I'm gonna do mine a little bit different. Because my top 7, you know how I am. I'm a dedicated Nintendo fan, so they're all Nintendo games that came out this year. Um, so before I do that, I'll give top 3 games that I played this year that were not released this year. Um, the first one being, so my number 3 would be, again, not released this year, was Steam World Day 2. Picked that guy up. That was a blast to play.
Man,
just
so
Wii
good.
style. Yep, it was awesome. The second one was I cheated a little bit. I went to the Luna, and I played Shadows of War because we all know how much I love Lord of the Rings. And this felt right at home, especially after playing Avatar earlier, kind of end of 2023. Just a great, fun game with all the Lord of the Rings lore. Just made it even better. And then the last one that I played, which probably would have been a top 3 of the year if I counted it, little gem on the Nintendo Switch, Skull the Hero Slayer. Have either of you guys played this game?
I have, yeah.
It
I
is
played a minute of it. Yeah.
fantastic. I played a lot of it, to say the least.
Yeah.
A lot of it, and it's so fun. It's just, if you guys have never played this roguelike, um, side scrolling type. I mean Dead Cells, but a little different. The whole concept is that you get to change your skulls, and based on changing your skull, is you're a barbarian or you're an archer or you're a mage, to make it simple. But there's some really cool, unique styles that I haven't seen from other games, and it just made it for an absolute blast. It gets kind of balls hard at the end. Some of the later levels gets very um, just hard, but
Yeah. I don't
it
think
was
I made it
awesome.
past, like, was it the cathedral? Is sort of like the second or third
Yeah,
level? Yeah, I couldn't beat
yep,
the
I
boss
beat
there.
it. Yeah, I did beat it a couple times on some different characters and stuff, but it was awesome. All right, so my top 7 list of games on the Nintendo Switch that came out in 2024. Um, I did top 10. My honorary mentions: Cat Quest 3, Luigi Mansion 2, My Sims Cozy Bundle. Number 7, Pepper Grinder. Hambo, did you play this? This
I
is a
did.
Hambo game.
I did.
Short, sweet. Did you play this one, Truce?
I played the demo.
Yeah, it was unique, fun. I liked the length. I think it was a perfect length, not too
Yeah.
long, not too short. Didn't overstay its welcome. Introduced new mechanics every world type thing. Number 6, Disney Epic Mickey Rebrushed. You know me,
Mm.
I'm a Disney fan. The wife played this and I together. Love to see the different, like, it's based a lot on too, like the Disney parks. So there's like a Haunted Mansion world, there's a Pirates of the Caribbean world, there's like a Tomorrowland world. It was just really cool to see that and how they kind of brought the parts into the video game. A lot of
And
fun.
that's a remake, right?
It was a remake from Wii U, Wii days, Wii U, one of the two. I don't know.
I
They're
think
all
it was
blurred.
Wii. I
I
think
think
it
it
was
was
Wii.
Wii.
Did you play the original?
I did, but I don't think I ever like played it very far, because like I was like, "Oh, I kind of remember this game," and I was like, I do not remember this game.
All right. Yeah, I was
uh,
curious how it stacked up. So
it was
I didn't
super
play
smooth.
either one.
Controllers were solid. I really liked it. I think the load times are a little bit, but I think as the Switch gets older, we've been seeing that more and more. So what are you gonna
Okay.
do? You have to deal with it. My number 5, Mario and Luigi Brothership. Now, I'd never really played the Mario and Luigi games, as I was never really a 3DS or DS guy, but I love Mario RPG type games, as you guys know. This was a fun new game, very long. It was a very long game, like 60 hours or so. Wasn't used.
Wow.
Oh
That's what
yeah,
scared me off, to be honest with you. After I heard that, I
it's
was like, I
it's
don't know if I'm in
it's
for that.
long. The battles, it's just like the very RPG, like very tanky bosses, where like 45 minutes to an hour on a boss battle. And even like the regular battles could just, the setups and the special moves. I still loved it. Don't get me wrong, it's on my list, but overstayed its welcome a little bit in my eyes.
Did you die on those bosses at all, or is it just like you had to, like, they just were so
Um,
beefy that you had to?
there was one or two of them that gave me a hard time. I died once or twice, and then you got to start over. But for the most part, It was challenging, but if you could, it was rewarding, and they were beatable at least for me. But I could see people struggling on certain bosses, definitely. Number four, Zelda: Echo of Wisdom. I think the feel of Link's Awakening, which is one of my favorite Zeldas of all time, made me love this game. I mean, the whole point of using the beds just to get upstairs, it's just what a fantastic concept. There was some things that were a little bit broken, but overall, I love the uniqueness of it, and enjoyed it. Number three, my most played video game of the year, uh, Star Wars Hunters. Uh,
Uh,
t- to, s- I would say I've fallen off of it a little bit, but new season just kicked off this week, so I might jump back in. My son got into it, and he would play on the iPad, so he would be like, "Hey, Dad, do you want to play?" And I'd be like, "All right, yeah, yeah." So it was like that first video game. Kind of a lot of people do with Fortnite that I got to play with my son. Um, and now all he cares about is NBA 2K25 and Brawl
yeah,
Stars. So I've lost him.
yeah.
I've lost him. Uh, but
That's okay.
it's okay. It's okay. Number two, Mario Party Jamboree. Um, they knocked it out of the park. I think the
Yeah, they
last
did.
few Mario parties, they experimented over the last like four of them or five of them. Some good things, some bad things. I think they truly listened to the customers, the players, and they made what I think is a legit perfect Mario Party game. Uh, it's I think by far one of the best. It's just fantastic. So much fun.
I love this one.
Does it have a story mode, like a one
Um,
player kind of thing?
yes and no. Yes, you can do it to unlock all the things.
There's so
Yes, I
many
would say yes.
modes. I
There's
was
so many
I
impressed
modes.
know,
with all.
I
I
know.
feel
I've
like I
only
haven't even
played like
scratched
the
the surface.
multiplayer one.
Yeah, did
Yeah.
multiplayer and like Rhythm Kitchen, and Owen likes to play the minigame island. But I feel like there's like so much more out there too. I just haven't
Yeah,
even
we did
touched.
that as a family, like the motion control mode with the puzzles. Oh my god, I've never laughed so hard at my family. It reminded me of the time we played the snipper clips or whatever it's called at your house.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Similar style. You should play that with your kids and wife. You
Okay.
guys will have a
Yeah.
blast. I forget the name of the mode, but everyone has like a Joy-Con and they have different functions. And it was literally, I was like, oh, let's just play a couple times. We played for like 2.5 straight hours and beat every level. It was like we couldn't stop. Um,
Oh, yeah.
and you don't, I mean, obviously it's well polished game, so it was fun.
Mhm.
And then of course the number one game, there's no other option because it's the GOAT. It's literally my favorite video game of all time, and they decided to remake it because they love me. Paper
Coffee
Mario and the
golf.
Thousand Year Door. I did
Coffee Golf
Golf.
2.
Coffee Golf 2. I actually had the secret code to Coffee Golf 2.
Yeah.
Um,
Paper Mario.
That's
Paper Mario
awesome, man.
Thousand Year Door is the perfect game. It always will
Yeah.
be. I love when you can because of all the badges and stuff, you can kind of play different styles every time you play. Like you want to focus on different types of jumps or the hammer, and it just makes it a very unique. It's so polished. I think the different worlds are so fun. Everyone's unique, and the upgrades and improvements they added to the Switch version with backtracking and pipes and easily assessing like the menus and stuff just made it 10 times better. But even if they didn't do that, it still would have won because it's the goat.
Yeah.
So that's it for me. I'll tell you this. I played, how many video games did I play? Probably not as many as Hambone, but I played in 2024 50 Nintendo games.
50.
I think
50
you
on the
have more
dot.
games than me.
Really?
Yeah, 160 hours into
That's
Final
fair.
Fantasy, and probably 120 into Metaphor. Kind of takes up my
Yep.
variety time.
Yep. 50
Impressive.
unique games. Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah.
God.
Are there any, not of the 50, but of your top 7, are there any that you didn't finish? I guess that's why I asked if there's a story mode to Mario Party, because there's not really an end, but
From the top 7, no. I
finish
beat
them
them. I
all.
mean, besides Star Wars Hunters, I mean, you can't really
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
finish that. I will say I did play in 2024. I said honorable mention. For the first time in my life, I played Untitled Goose Game, and my kids still talk about it.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
Love that
I'm
game. That's a
surprised.
good one.
Have you
just
bought
missed
that
it.
game?
I played it this year last year for the first time.
Did you play it or did you buy it? Like, did you play it at somebody's house or did
Oh no,
you
I bought it.
own
I
it?
just bought it. I
Oh,
think I was
okay.
looking for
Okay.
a game to play,
Yeah.
and my kids were looking and said, "What's this game?" And they started laughing. They said,
Yeah.
"Yeah, play that, play that." And obviously,
Oh,
I
that's
knew
great.
it was good. So,
Yeah.
all right, Cruz, what did you got?
I've got 3 on my list that you all have mentioned, so I'll knock those out first. Like I said, these aren't in order for me. I don't know. And you guys are great at finishing games. I don't think there's one on my list that I finished. What? Astrobot. I'll go. Yep, Astrobot. I finished. Platinumed it. Balatro is on the list as well, like Hambone Johnny. That game's fantastic. Let me
Love it.
tell you something about Balatro. My wife is addicted still. She's almost got the gold chip on every deck,
Wow.
which is like unheard of. That's all
impressive.
she plays.
Wow.
Yeah, it's crazy. But once she get, and I tell her like, so once she finish, she's playing on Switch, and once she finishes, I'm like, you could get like a really cool platinum trophy if you did that same thing on PlayStation.
Oh
She's
my
like,
God.
shut up, don't tell me that. So I think once she gets all the golds on all the decks on Switch, she's done. She'll probably just stop playing video games altogether.
She retires.
It's amazing.
Yeah. Then Jamboree, Mario Party Jamboree is on the list. Super fun. I mean, like you said, Drew, it's perfect. It's the perfect Mario Party, really.
Yes.
There is just all those modes, and I haven't tried any of them other than the normal Mario Party. So I need to dive in more and check those out. Another game on my list is Chants of Sinar. I saw a guy on the Nintendo Dad's Discord mentioning playing. I forget who said that they were playing it. Maybe it was Hoots, but
Chance of
it's weird. It's a weird game, but it's
weird.
super chill. I love a good chill game.
Is that
In
the
this game, you walk
like Tower of Babel game? Mike?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's like the Tower of Babel. You're going around trying to decipher different languages. And once you decipher the first language, you'll move into another section and it all plays together. They all kind
That's
of
cool.
link together, but the graphics are cool. The story's great. It's super chill, and I just kept being drawn back to it to find out what happened. So I'd suggest it. It's not too long. I love a good short game. Give me 5 hours. Any more than that, it's not getting finished. So, yeah, Chance of Sinar. Try that out, and then the Resident Evil 4 VR demo.
Wow.
I played on PlayStation VR 2. I think the full game's out on MetaQuest, but the full game is not out on PlayStation VR 2. But they have the demo on there, and I loved it. I love VR. It's just hard for me to find the time to sit down, strap on, and zoom in. You know what I'm saying? I like grabbing video games that are quick coffee golf style, just grab and go. To be completely honest with you, well, I don't even know. I thought I had it right here, but I've played most of my Switch games on the Switch Lite this year because it's small, it's portable, it's just right there and go. I don't know. It's just the Switch Lite has been my go-to. So I like quick and easy. So to strap into a VR game takes some effort and time, and I need to tell the kids and wife, "Hey, I'm diving in here. I'm strapping on. Give me some space." So I don't get as much VR time as I'd like, but I did get some time with that, and it's amazing. Let me tell you, it's
Scary.
I
A
love.
little spooks.
It wasn't as scary as I thought it was gonna be. I went into it like these things are gonna jump out, and there were a couple. The scenes that were jump scares like cut to almost a third person perspective, so the jump scares wouldn't get you as bad.
They
I'm
knew.
guessing. Yeah,
Have you
yeah,
done
they
any
knew. They knew.
damage yet? Being an avid VR guy, any damage
I
to
don't know if I'd
any
go avid, but yeah, any damage
Have
to
you-
any? Yeah,
to yourself or
Yeah.
to your house?
No, I have
Nothing
not.
yet.
I'm careful. I'm careful to have space, so no damage. No.
All right.
No damage with Wiimotes ever either. You see
Yeah,
those
that's-
horror stories of people that throw them through TVs. I don't know. I'm careful with my stuff, man. Careful with my stuff.
Gotta be.
And last but not least, number 7, I think let's see, Balatro Astrobot, Resident Evil. Last game's Endless Ocean, guys.
Really?
I know. I hear you out there. I hear you guys.
Really?
Endless Ocean. Yeah. Did you play it, Drew? It's Switch only.
I did not play it. Maybe I'll jump on. We can go swim together.
I don't think you'll like it at all.
Okay.
I think
No dwarves. No dwarves in the
very
ocean.
niche.
I'll go mine some. I'll go mine in Moria.
That's right. Yeah. But this game, I mean, I got my scuba certification over the summer, and this came out right about the same time. So I was all into like fish and animals. They had, I don't know if they still, I haven't played it in a couple months, but for a while they had different events where you could like go and explore and find a rare white whale or a pink dolphin. And the premise is you just swim around the ocean and take pictures, not pictures, you scan with like almost like a radar, all the animals in the ocean. And once you've explored that ocean, then you'll go to another randomly generated ocean. Each one's randomly generated. They all have the same animals. They're just in different places. Super chill, relax. It's just like almost like an Animal Crossing style. Just check in for the day, scan some animals, and move on. But I really enjoyed it. It ran well, runs well. It's peaceful. It's I mean, it's not exciting. It's not going to blow your socks off and make you spend 4 hours on a boss, but you know, I don't know. It's scratched the exploration itch for me. So
is it online? Do you see other divers, or only if you choose to?
Only if you choose to.
Okay, but I mean, they're not interacting with you at all. It's almost like
now you can. I think there's like maybe some like emojis you can throw up, but
nice.
Yeah,
gotta love a good emoji.
Yeah,
nice.
Exactly.
Everyone just there scanning themselves. Love it.
Yeah, I've got it digitally on my Switch, and then I bought a sealed physical copy.
Oh boy!
Just to have, just
keep it on the shelf,
so I can preserve the greatness that is Endless Ocean. So I never played the one on the. I think there was one on the Wii. I never played that one. I may go back and check into that one.
There's no way you're gonna go turn on the Wii and play Endless Ocean.
Hey, I've got a Wii hooked up right now, buddy. But you're exactly right. There's no way I'm gonna do that.
If you buy 3 copies of this game, then I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, I'm not gonna play it on the Wii. Good call. All right, that's it, right? Is that it? We got any other anything left there? No. 2024. I thought, overall, the Switch struggled, man. They were just pulling games out of the, back room, like, maybe they'll like Princess Peach. So, but we're done with that now, and we're getting ready for the 2025 year of the Switch 2. Some quick bits is the name of our next segment. Rapid style questions and discussion that are relevant to current and trending topics. And one of the current and trending topics that is in the news recently is the Super Bowl. Yes. Guys, the Chiefs, can they be stopped?
It's not about can, it's about the want. I mean, America wants them to lose.
Yes,
I saw.
Do they?
I saw some meme. I saw some meme today that said, like, you know how you always see those like who's rooting for who, and it's like grays out whatever the color of the state. So it shows Kansas City red, and then it shows like Pennsylvania green, and then it showed the rest of the United States like praying for a meteor strike.
I saw that one. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I think it's the opposite of what the world wanted. I mean, everybody wanted the Commanders and Bills. I was rooting for the Bills as a Patriots fan. I mean, that's saying a lot.
That's saying a whole lot.
Originally
I was rooting once our 49ers weren't in there, Hambone. I was pulling for the Lions and the Bills. I thought that would be
That
I
would
thought
be
that'd
good
be
too.
fun. So
Yep. I mean, at the
yeah,
end of the day,
and
we know what's going to happen. We know Philly's going to come out and try to run it down their gut. Can Kansas
why
City stop
not?
it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Right?
man.
I
I
would
saw
too.
this.
Saquon's a monster.
I'm a
I saw the
huge
stat
Barkley
that
fan. Yeah.
me too. Philly had more rushing touchdowns in that game than Dallas had the entire season. It's a fact.
It's
Oh,
incredible.
Cowboy fans.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I mean, part
But
of me
Drew,
is
now
like,
you know how people looked at the Patriots, though,
yeah,
right?
Yes, you're
Everybody
right.
wanted the Patriots, so now you know kind of how the rest of the country felt. But
the
uh,
three-peat
Was
would be amazing, but I'm kind of done seeing Taylor Swift on the screen.
yeah, yeah,
yeah.
Like,
they
I mean,
still show
even
her a lot.
all the time. Man, I want to see
oh
her
yeah.
cry, actually. That's what I
Oh
kind of want this
man,
time. Can
I
we
want to
get
see
Taylor
her
Swift
cry.
cry?
You heard that here first.
Yeah,
yeah.
that's it. But
I'll put $5 on that side bet when I'm in Vegas. Taylor Swift to cry during halftime.
yeah.
So to answer the twit bit question, I mean, I want Eagles. I hate them too, but I'm saying Kansas City's doing it. It's just it's the flow of what everything's going right now. I'm not happy about it, but if I had to bet, that's where I'd bet.
I got to get the
And there's a
Kelseys
lot of
off my
stuff
cereal
online.
boxes. I'm
You
done.
have
I'm
to
done
what?
seeing these guys. The Kelseys are on my cereal. We got to get them out of here.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
I
they
agree.
are.
You got it. It's like the
It's enough.
Kardashians. They're taking
Uh,
over.
Come on, I want Barkley to be on my cereal box next year. Come on.
All right. Yeah, I don't know. People talk about the Chiefs getting calls from the refs. I haven't watched a whole lot of the Chiefs games this year, but I watched some of that game last night, and there were a few questionable calls. I only watched the first half of the Chiefs Bills game, and I saw there was a blatant face mask that they called that wasn't a face mask. The guy just had his hand on the guy's helmet, and I'm like, that's 15 yards. I don't know. I'm not going to get into refs and blame all them. Mahomes is an absolute stellar player, so
Yeah,
you just gotta hope
it's
for
not
an
all
injury.
the refs for sure. Yeah, for
No,
an
it's
injury.
not.
Yeah, I mean maybe it's some of
Yeah.
it, but especially when you're looking for it too. When you're saying that,
Exactly.
like you're
Yeah.
gonna see that kind of stuff.
Of course.
Exactly.
It goes both
Yeah.
ways, right? The refs
It
are gonna
does.
mess up calls both ways, and it's just I don't know, man. Kansas City's just got that magic stuff. It's like Peyton
They do.
and Brady, rolling the clock
Yeah.
back 20 years. Same thing. Just
Really
it's,
is.
Yeah.
we got Mahomes and
Yeah.
Allen now.
Andy Reid's a hell of a coach, though. Give that guy, the credit too.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
he's a star in every commercial they have him in too. Love that guy.
with
I
the-
know. Yeah, I like the ones he's in.
Put Andy Reid on my cereal. Get Travis
Yes.
Kelce the hell out of
Yes.
here. I want some Ritos.
Nothing makes me want to eat more food than a picture of Andy Reid.
That's it, man.
Then I don't want to look like him.
Yeah, yeah, right. All right, next on the list, we have renaming the Gulf of Mexico. What would you rename it to? What would you rename and to what?
The Gulf of Dolph, because it sounds fun.
I would just
Gulf
name it
of
the
Gulf.
Gulf of Mexico.
The Gulf.
The TGM.
TGM, baby.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, man. Crazy stuff.
I think I'd name it the Gulf of Louisiana. The Louisiana Purchase. I'll throw that out there.
Gulf of Mexico purchase.
All right, we got our first look at the successor to the Switch that is officially going by the name the Nintendo Switch 2. What are your thoughts, Hambone?
I love the way this thing looks. Supersize me, baby. We need a bigger screen. I had to get reading glasses last year. I tried to play on my Switch Lite. I can't see it without my glasses. It's terrible. So blow up the screen. It looks awesome. I really like the magnetic connectors. I think that's going to be super cool. It seems
Agreed.
a lot easier to get them in and out. And like you can't put them on wrong, it seems like. But yeah, man, it's all about the games. Show me the games. Is Drew going to be able to play Final Fantasy finally? Who's to say?
It. Who knows?
But I don't know. I'm excited. I'm excited. It's long overdue. 2024, like we said, Nintendo is long in the tooth with everything. So we need a refresher. How about you guys?
Yeah.
What's your initial impressions?
Drew, what are you thinking? What do you want?
Yeah, I mean,
Like processor wise, what do you want it to be? What do you want your games to look like?
Yeah, what do you want to be able to play that you can't play today on the regular Switch?
Right.
I think that's what it comes down to, right? I think I want to be in the midst. I like these epic games, right? I like these epic adventures, right? Give me an Elden Ring, give me a new Witcher 4 that I can play and good graphics. I don't want to be chugging along at the end. I've never cared that much about graphics, right? But I think Switch 2 being as old as it is, we've seen it chug along like I whatever game I said earlier, um, the load screens and stuff like that for basic games, right? But at the end of the day, I want software. I want to be able to play these other third party games on the TV and handheld. I'm gonna play. I'm gonna buy a Nintendo regardless, because that's what I buy. I don't need to go buy another PlayStation. I don't play that. I mean, I said I don't play a lot. I played 50 games, but I don't have the time to be playing on the TV all the time. So I need games. I want to play these big games that I keep hearing about everywhere else. I want to play maybe not Astrobot, but some of these other third party ones. Give me a Final Fantasy. Give me an Elden Ring. Give me a Baldur's Baldur's Gate. Is that what it was?
Oh, yep.
Give me these things.
Yeah.
Give me these games that I want to play. I want to be talking about. I want to be in the midst with everybody else talking about it, and that's what I mean. And then of course, give me the big first party Nintendo games, right? Give me the 3D Mario's and Zeldas and whatever else you're gonna conjure up Nintendo, because that's what you do. But it's about the games, and unfortunately, with the reveal video, it looks smooth. It looks fantastic, and I probably was negative a little bit in the Discord, but it's not that I'm negative. It's just I didn't learn anything new. I mean, if you had to guess, like someone told you Switch is coming out, a successor, it's going to be the Switch 2. What would it going to look like? Sure, I'm excited like you, Hambone, with the magnets. Maybe wouldn't have thought of that, but probably, well, maybe a little bit sleeker, maybe a little bit bigger screen, and it's going to probably feel a little bit better, because we all know holding it isn't feel the most comfortable. So, like, we didn't see anything groundbreaking. I think that's what's frustrating. And then to tell me we have to wait 3 months, it's like, slap in the face. Like, I get it. Not my business to worry about. I'm a consumer. I'm a fan, but I need games. Let's see
I
some
like your
games.
point about being able to hold it, because I think even though the Joy Cons are definitely bigger to match up with the bigger tablet, I was hoping for a little bit more. Give me a little more girth on the back of those things, right?
Yeah,
I think I'm going to need another Satisfy grip or something like that to be able to play
that's
it.
the sad part. Exactly point, right? I use the Satisfy. I can't play handhelds without it. Like when you go on vacation, I don't like packing it, so I'll just bring and it's like this just feels uncomfortable. And after an hour, your fingers hurt from maneuvering weird for the LR buttons, and it's like you shouldn't have to buy a third party accessory to play it handheld. That's not a normal, right?
Yeah, shout out to the
Really
Satisfy grip, because it's amazing. But yeah, I wish
really is.
they were to put a little something more on the back of those Joy Cons, whether it's like an attachment or something like that, because that was some of the mock-ups that I was seeing before it was released. Like, oh, you can kind of like slide on different grips in the back. That would be cool, but maybe not what Nintendo was going for. What do you think, Kuz? What about those? Are they actually mice? Are they mouses? Mices?
I don't know.
What do you think about that?
I hope not. I hope not. That's just too much. But really, though, it's funny that you mentioned that feel, the girth. That was my wife's first question was, can I get more girth?
Yeah.
And which I thought was weird, but
it's a common,
really though,
common question.
She does. She plays that Balatro so much that her hands cramp up, man.
Yeah.
She wants a more comfortable Switch. So that was her first question: is will it feel different? So I said I don't know, but we all three signed up to go try out the Switch 2, and none of us got there, man. We all got the sorry you did not get called to go see the Switch 2, so we won't be there for that. But yeah, I don't know about the mice. I mean, is that a Nintendo gimmick? What could they do with that? Mario Paint too? That'd be fun for about 10 minutes. I don't know.
Do you think they're going to be bringing in a lot of these Steam type games, and they're gonna give you the option to have first person shooters by
No
using
way.
a mouse?
I heard
'Cause
people
there's
talking
no
about
way.
first person shooters. Like, how are you going to play a first person shooter like that. It doesn't seem
but I
like
see-
No
it's
way.
so.
But I sit in my recliner. What am I have to have like a paperback or a hardcover book on my lap?
Maybe I'm just not
I
seeing
don't
it right.
want that.
You have the mouse, but like you don't have your SD keys, right? Like
Not
how
yet.
how are you moving?
Not yet. Wait for the Switch to
And
record.
if you're going to be sitting on the couch, how are you doing that? I mean, who knows? But
But you know what? Nintendo likes to give the consumer options. That's what Nintendo's always good at, right? They like to
Yeah.
give you options of how you want to play. Like it's you play your way, right? Like
it's
that's
like Burger King.
Nintendo. So
Yeah.
maybe if they think if PC gaming is like the biggest market and they think they can pull in 10% of the PC gaming market to the Nintendo, I mean they know better than us. They're doing their marketing and their researching, and I don't know. We say
Yeah.
it might not work, but hell, I'll guarantee you right now, you bring World of Warcraft to the Switch too, baby. I'm all in.
Yeah, something like
Sign
that
me
is
up.
going to be different, right? I don't think it's a first-person shooter, but like Civ 7's coming to
Yeah.
Switch, right? I can see
Yep.
kind of like an RTS type of thing, maybe a little bit slower paced. That might be something cool to play with the
I agree. I
mouse-like
agree
thing.
with that. A little bit slower pace.
And this just in breaking news: Nintendo has announced Keyboardo to go with their mice and Alarmo. Keyboardo for the perfect companion for Switch 2 and the Joy-Con mice.
Made out of
No,
cardboard.
I don't know. And you got to think too, right? This is going to sound harsh and assholish, but if you just look at what's out there, Nintendo doesn't care about us. It's Nintendo cares about the kids, right? What are the kids going to want to play? What are they going to want to do with those Joy-Con mice? Nintendo is for Wu-Tang, and Nintendo are for the children, and they make games for that's who they want. That's their target audience. So whatever the kids are going to want to do with those Joy-Con mice is what Nintendo's going to do for them.
I think
That's what I
think that's well said. No, yeah, absolutely, right? It's you think of it, look at the Xboxes and the PlayStations, and Astrobot was this amazing game that came out last year, and I think it was so lauded because it was like, oh my gosh, you can play a PlayStation game with your family and not have to worry about slicing a guy's head off or shooting somebody or whatever. This is a family friendly game, and Nintendo's all about the family and the kids and creating these lifelong fans. So that one day you can have a man cave with a bunch of paintings that are Mario and Donkey Kong hanging over your head.
Imagine that.
Yeah.
Imagine that. What a world.
World.
Well said.
But I'm excited. You got to get excited for a new console. That's just if anybody announced, if Atari said we're coming out with something new, I'd lend an ear, So
absolutely.
that's just
all you guys
that's
are
what
day
we
one
do as video game fans.
I for sure am. If I can get my hands on one.
Oh yeah. Absolutely.
Yes, I am.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You trade in your Endless Ocean copy to pay off part
No.
of the Switch. Yeah.
No, that's
that sealed
that's getting
copy is going to be worth
bronzed.
some money.
That's it.
That's going to be bronzed on the shelf with my baby shoes.
I love it.
How much do you think a Wii version of Endless Ocean goes for on eBay used?
$12.50.
I bet it's cheaper.
No.
Oh yeah.
Sealed or not sealed?
It is a Nintendo game, Endless Ocean Wii.
I think it came with like a microphone or something too, which makes it even more valuable and even more important to the gaming society. Let me move on to our next segment while you Google the prices of Endless Ocean on Wii. So for the next section, we have Who the Hell is Buying That? In this segment, we scour the internet for the most ridiculous products. We discuss who is buying these, the price, practical uses, and if we had to pick, which one we're buying. So follow along with screenshots and video on our live stream via Twitch, or follow up with the YouTube video. Hambone, do you have the pictures of these ready to go?
I do. Let's see if this works, and hopefully you guys are able to see this.
So this week's products are brought to you by Temu. Am I pronouncing that right? Temu.
I have no idea.
Temu. It's irrelevant. Who cares?
It's irrelevant. And just so you know, I can't see you guys. I just see I see the Temu document that I've brought up now. So
look at this, baby.
Okay.
Yeah.
I see that.
So this idea was all this was all spurred along by me just scrolling X one random night, And it's like, why am I getting these weird ads like Temu? Like, why would I ever buy something from Temu? Like, I know I've heard of it before. And then I scroll down, and the first thing I see, it's a freaking log splitter. Like,
A
who's
log splitter.
So
I'd like to see
Temu,
who's-
yeah, Temu log splitter. Well, first of all, why is this in my algorithm? They know I like to do yard work, maybe. Whatever. Get your own Temu log splitter for the low price of $620.
Who's delivering that,
well.
by the way?
Who is
I wanna see the
delivering
guy
this?
I want to see that thing show up on your doorstep. Assembled or
Yeah.
not assembled?
Exactly. Do you need to
Let me
put
ask
this
you,
thing
do
together?
you guys have any? Are you guys familiar with log splitters? Have you ever
I am.
used one?
I've never
Okay.
used one, but I am familiar with what they do and how dangerous they can be. And would you ever trust this from Temu? Like, are you?
That was my next question.
How many limbs are you willing to sacrifice for like saving 40% off of a log splitter? I don't even know how much does a regular log splitter cost. It's got to be more than $620 if that's what Temu's marketing
gotta
it for,
be.
right? A couple grand.
Yeah, when I sold power tools once upon a time, we had a log splitter that was the Homelight brand, and it was around that same price. But it wasn't. This one looks pretty. This one looks pretty intense. So yeah, I don't know if I would go this route.
Me either.
For that price. I mean, I'd have to have a lot of logs. I'd have to like be a log cutting maniac.
I mean,
Yeah.
you could. A lot of people around here rent them. Like you rent them
Yeah.
for a week.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right,
$50
yeah.
or $100 or whatever it is to Home Depot, right? And then that's it. But I will say, like, if you're watching the video, I will give props to the nice little pile of logs that they've set to the side of the log splitter, just in case you weren't really sure the
Yeah, what
after
the
effects
final
of
product looks
final
like.
product is going to look like, and they're beautiful, right? Ready for a fireplace, indoor or outdoor. So
I love
that's
you
your
got
log
that on your
splitter.
algorithm, though. That's
Yeah,
so good.
awesome.
It's
Yeah,
only
so-
going to get worse now.
So whether or not like they had this mapped out at me, or they said, hey, this guy paused at the log splitter, let's just keep showing him like the random stuff, and for your other backyard debauchery that you've got going on, maybe I can interest you in a small skid steer loader, 30% off.
Yes, you can.
Would you like one for, again, how much do these things cost? It's got to be more than this, but this one they've got, I looked it up afterwards, $5,742. You could own your own small skid steer loader.
Describe this to me. Is this like one of those little push lawnmowers? Are you pushing like this like a stand on?
Yeah,
No.
you're standing on the back, and it's
That's
got
can't be
okay.
it's got two treads on each side.
Threats.
And it's there's like a little bucket in front. I won't call it a little bucket. It's like a little bulldozer bucket. You can move around dirt. Who knows? Maybe you need to move some of those logs that you just cut, load it right in the front, and take it to the other part of your yard. Who knows? I actually, as I was looking up the price on this one, I saw you can get a different attachment. You can get a fork load attachment for $500. Like, versatility is like paramount with this
Just
option.
sounds pretty dangerous.
Again,
They
who
just
is
I'm not
Assemble.
gonna lie. I'm all in on the skid steer, guys.
Yeah,
What's the
man.
price on this ammo?
Hell yeah, dude.
In my backyard.
I want to see you
6,000?
pick up the kids from the bus, like hop on the back of the skid steer loader, kids. Like,
Sit in the bucket.
sit in the bucket.
Yeah.
$5
I
grand
mean,
on
it's
this
heavy
bad boy.
duty snow shoveling. $5 grand on that?
$5 grand. I don't know.
Best I can do is $750 for that
Oh,
guy.
man.
The great thing
I
about Temu that is you can negotiate the
I
price.
can offer you a log splitter for that price if that's what you're willing to pay.
All right, what's next on our list?
Next on our list. All right, so maybe a little more practical. Maybe, after that, all that yard work that you've done,
Ah.
skid steering, log chopping, maybe you just need
Yeah.
to take a sit. Maybe you just got to sit down for a little bit and take
Just
a little
take a sit.
take a sit. maybe you're done taking a sit and you need to like lay down. Maybe I can offer you this amazing Temu sofa bed. Only
No.
$275.
Wow, 90% off.
90% off.
90% off.
Get ready to elevate your shopping experience at Temu. What I do like about this one is like, what's on the
I like
side
this
there?
one.
Is that like a plug? It looks like it's a VHS player. I'm not really sure. Probably just a phone charger, but some sort of technology enabled thing here.
Yeah. charge your phone on this sucker. This is nice. This is a nice little love seat that gives you options, right? You can keep it as the love seat. You can make this into like a lounge, or you can make this like a full little twin size bed. I mean, this is ideal for a gaming room.
I mean, it
No,
would
this
fit
is
in the new
trash.
studio.
Give me the
Alright.
skid steer.
Yeah.
Nope.
Send this back.
I
Listen,
will
I
say
have-
less likely to lose a limb on the sofa bed than you are in the previous two
Alright.
items.
At the end of this segment, we each have to pick our favorite. So let's.
That's
Okay.
true. All right, keep it in the
Alright,
back of your
yeah.
mind. All right, I think we've got two more here. Okay, so until I looked up the price on this next
Oh,
item,
wow.
I wasn't really sure whether this was like a toy car or if this is like a scooter. But no, this is a full on, and the description of it was family/personal use scooter pickup truck is sort of what we've got going on here. So it's a 3-wheeled electric vehicle.
It's electric.
Yeah, one in the front, 2 in the back. It has a bench seat, I guess. I don't know how you fit. Like, where's the family going here? Like on the bench? Do
In
you
the
stick them
back.
in the back? But it also is like it has a bed. It has like a pickup bed. So
I could see Cruz just driving around his neighborhood with the 2 dogs in the back.
2 dogs in the
Just
back.
just
All his
cruising-
all his
cruising.
logs that he split. Like, it's got a light. I mean, who knows? But
like
yeah, I mean,
All right,
the
what's
first
the
time I
damage on this one?
all right,
What's the
$3,040.
damage?
It's cheaper than the other thing.
It's cheaper than the skid
You
steer
know,
loader.
for a decent golf cart, you're paying more than that.
You
I
are.
agree.
You're paying like $8,000 for a golf cart. So
That's
for
right.
half that
That's
price,
right.
you can get one less wheel and and I don't even know what to say about this thing. It's amazing. I am really happy though that it is actually like a full on like
Do we
scooter
know
that you can ride.
Do we know the wheel diameter?
I didn't go that far.
Okay, just curious. I think that gives you a
Tune
little
into
bit of
episode
depth
2 where we talk about the wheel diameter on the the scooter. That's right.
Timu trike.
Timo trike, yeah. So
Yeah.
that's a gem right there. And then the very last thing that I thought was just like, hey, you
Mhm.
know, new year, new me.
Ooh.
Maybe I need some weights. Maybe I need to, create this little home gym.
Absolutely.
So workbench here, which I was pretty sad because I
in the
saw it on
world?
my algorithm. I had to go back and look afterwards. I couldn't find it for the screenshot, but I found it on the Temu site. Yeah, it's sort of like this. Yeah, it's a workout bench that has like the weights and like it's kind of all racked there together. My concern here is like, what's the weld job look on like this thing here?
That's fair.
Is
Also,
this
there's no chance the weights are included. So
No
you're gonna go
chance.
out-
Yeah, no chance. And
those
guaranteed,
lofts
like
on there.
the attachments on where the weights go are like definitely like a weird size, and you can't find the
Mhm.
perfect weight. It's gonna be like you got to have your kids sit on each side, or something crazy's got to go on here. But yeah, man,
What's the angle?
$171.
Is that like a weird angle on the bar? Like, what's going
what's-
on there?
This is like meant to be only like doing like
It
Yeah,
looks
it's
like if you told
it's like chest
AI
presses.
to make a weight
Yeah,
bench,
chest
it would
presses.
throw that picture out there.
All the angles are all messed up here. I have no idea what's
yeah.
going on. I just thought like,
Halfway-
hey, this
Oh,
weight's
yeah.
gonna drop on your face if you try to use this thing.
halfway through this segment, we're at an all-time low on current viewers. This is just
Yeah, it just show them some Timu products, and
That's
that'll
it.
do
what
it.
is-
Yeah, welcome to Team.
all right. Is that
Team
all of
Review.
them?
That's it. That's it. I had
That's it.
5
Mine
Temu
locked in.
products for you guys.
I know
I
what
don't
I
know.
would
What's
buy
your
tomorrow if I had to
favorite?
buy one. I'm going
Go.
sofa bed.
Oh
I
my
just, it's
gosh,
the most
Drew!
realistic. I think
No,
that
it's
is
not.
It's diverse. It has options. It can charge my phone. I can
No.
sleep on it when I have COVID or the wife doesn't want me in bed. I just
And as soon as you roll over, it's gonna fold up on you, and
there's a good chance.
Yeah,
But it will hurt less than the other items that are for
that's
sale.
true.
here.
Which one is least likely to kill you?
And it was only $300.
That's true.
That's true.
You can get 2 of them.
You're getting good value for the price there.
2 sofa beds or 1 log splitter. Take
I
your
feel
choice.
like that's something you see like in BJ's or Costco's. I think that's just something that's there. You know what you're getting up front.
All right. Coos, how about you? What's your favorite?
Yeah, I'm a sucker for vehicles, so I'm really torn between the mini bulldozer and the trike. The trike is super cool. I could see myself driving around in the neighborhood and looking like a G, but I can't. I think I could get more everyday value out of the bulldozer
I'm
slash
sure you
excavator.
can.
Like I can move rock. I could dig a hole for a pool of some sort. My kids want a lazy river, so I think that could help
That's your
move that
first
along.
step
Don't
to the
don't
lazy
forget the
river.
attachments. It can change out the bucket for other items.
You
Snow
can.
blower
Exactly.
or,
It's
or,
like a
or a plow.
transformer.
It's like a
Yeah.
So
versatility.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna go with the Timu transformer.
Timu Transformer, got it. I got to go for the trike, guys. You know me. I love wheels. Things with wheels is kind of where I'm at, and
I'm
that
not
trike
mad
has
at you.
3 of them.
I'm not mad
So
about it either.
yeah, versatility, man. Throw anything you want in the bed of the truck. Throw your old Switch in there
Yeah.
with your Satisfy grip. It would fit. I
Right.
think.
Yeah.
I'm
Wonder
not
how
sure.
many
It
miles
would.
that thing gets per charge.
Anything
12?
more than
About
2, I'll
15.
yeah,
No
I'll
shit.
take it.
That's the over under.
Yeah.
Amazing.
You put an extra battery in the back.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's why it's there.
Oh,
Amazing.
boy.
Well, thank you, Timu. We really appreciate your you
Mhm.
existing.
All right. I
Alright.
think that's it.
All right,
That's all we
guys.
got.
That is a wrap for episode 1 of the 8-Bit Clubhouse. Thank you all so much for tuning in. You don't know what it means to us. I mean, we depend on people watching and listening. If not, it's just going to be us talking to each other like we do every day. We thought we had such a good time talking with each other that we would share our voices with you, and we really appreciate you tuning in and turning on. So, if you enjoyed the show, don't forget to hit that follow button and leave us a review on Apple or Spotify. Every little bit helps. You know that. Everybody asks for reviews. We are asking for reviews too because it helps. You know what it does. I don't know how it works, but other people do, and I'm sure you do too. And for more updates, behind the scenes sneak peeks, make sure to follow us on YouTube, Twitch, and Instagram at 8bit_clubhouse and join the Discord. We just got fired up. We're excited about that. Join our Discord, 8bit Clubhouse. Links to everything can be found in the podcast description. And as we find our rhythm with this new show, please provide any feedback on sound levels or audio issues or my outfit, just so we can improve, right? Don't be shy. We want to hear from you. I mean, don't leave us a 1-star review and say your mics were garbage. Holler at us, man. We'll change for you. We will get better for you. Don't be shy. We're here to have fun, mostly. That's mostly like 90%.
We're here for
No,
the fun.
100%, man.
The fun.
100%, man. We're here to have fun. And we want to make your listening experience the best that it can be. In other words, let's get boosting, baby. And
Boosting.
until next time, keep leveling up, and we'll catch you in the clubhouse.
See ya.
Peace. All right. Good stuff.
Awesome. That was fun.
Craig is thinking.
Craig's gone.
Craig's gone, just like that.
Craig's gone. I'll lean over.
And hour and 38 minutes was the stream.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Sounds good length. That's a perfect length.
Good
Said
length, good
1:30
length.
to 2.
My Twitch says still live.
Still live.
Mine does. We're
I can
still live.
shut that off. I haven't turned it off yet. So I will end the stream now, guys. Anybody who's still in the chat, thanks for watching. Oh, David
Yeah,
just
thanks for
popped
joining
in.
us.
Thanks for joining us. Join the Discord if you're not there, and we'll catch you guys in the next pod.
And if you missed it, don't worry. It'll be up on the live podcast feed this week.
I'm so excited.